My dad spent $75 on a music player with no Spotify, no streaming, no Wi-Fi, no apps. You load music onto it manually like a 2004 and you listen. This is the Snowsky Echo.
The Snowsky Echo is a compact digital audio player, or DAP, from FIO. The Echo has a CNC machined aluminum body and weighs about 3 ounces. It has physical buttons only and no touchscreen. You load music that you curate or purchase and you listen, that's it. Which sounds limiting until you realize that's the whole point. This isn't trying to do everything. It's trying to do one thing really well. The Amazon link is in the description. It has been selling out on Amazon, but it's also available on AliExpress if Amazon is out of stock. Quick unboxing, because there's really not much to what comes in the Echo. Now, we've been using this for about a month, so we just wanted to show you what you get. So you get the Echo itself and not much else. I think there was a small booklet and my favorite, a USB-C cord. Yes, that's what we think of those cords. It's nothing against FIO, nothing.
That your tripod.
Let's talk about specs. The Echo has dual DAC chips, 24-bit, 192 kilohertz high-res audio. And if that means nothing to you, it just means this in practice. This thing actually sounds better than it should for $75. 3.5 millimeter output and a 4.4 millimeter balanced output. The Echo has 8 gigs built in, plus micro SD support up to 256 gigabytes. Bluetooth is on board. It's SBC only though, just keep that in mind. Battery is rated at 14 hours and we've been getting right around 13 consistently, which is pretty good. This even has USB DAC mode built in. You can connect it to your phone or PC and it works as a DAC and amp. Also with the option to disable charging so it's not draining your phone in the process, which is a really nice feature, especially at this price point. When music is playing, you get display themes to choose from, and we went through all of them. There's the one that's most well known for, which is the cassette reel. That's also on the Echo Mini, which we tested in the past. Just a old-fashioned 2 spinning reels, tape moving between them. There's even a VU meter visualizer, which I really liked. I use that quite a bit. I think that's a really cool feature. You would see that on old stereos. Even some car stereos would have that. Or you can display album art in case you just want to show something more minimal, which is another nice feature of the Echo. The cassette was my favorite. You know, I went to that most of the time. I love the look of that. It's very similar to the Echo Mini. It's definitely what grabs most people's attention right away. And I think the animation, you know, it's not just decorative. It is doing something kind of, you're gonna make fun of me for this, but it's doing something psychological. You're not just looking at a static screen like on your phone. There's movement. You're watching something play, which we're all used to. I know you guys are not as used to it, but we're used to tapes and even back to 8 tracks and VHS tapes. We're used to that movement, so it kind of brings that back to you. Brings back when the music had motion in it. You can also change the overall look from a light to a dark mode. I actually prefer the dark mode on this, but that's really, you know, personal preference. So what was your reaction to the cassette look? I mean, we have seen it before in the Echo Mini, but what do you think of it here and maybe some of the other visualizations, the visualizers that were built in?
I wasn't expecting to like it just because it's not a touchscreen. It's also smaller than my phone screen in general, but honestly, for what it is, I really liked it. Yep. I like the simplicity of it.
So I've been using the Echo at home now, actually probably for over a month. I've really tried to use it without my phone, even though my phone is right here. I've been trying to use it, you know, phone free. Picking an album, picking a song. Actually with albums, I noticed that I pick an album that I've loaded up and I listen to it straight through, which is something I just don't do anymore. I never do it on my phone. I'm always picking one song or skipping or jumping around. Or maybe one of the streaming apps is pushing me into something else.
Making a playlist for you too.
Yeah, I really like that. I miss that. That's what I was used to. I was talking to Nick in another video about how when we would buy a CD or even a cassette, if you want to go back that far, we would know like the #1 song off the cassette or the CD. It was on the radio, but we didn't know the other 12 songs. We had never heard them yet because it wasn't streaming. We weren't getting all of it at once. So we would listen straight through and get to know the whole album. And that was really a big part of what we did. So I feel like we're missing that. It's really refreshing to be listening to music like that again. All right, so you had this for a couple of weeks and you actually had it while you were still at school. What was that like for you? How'd you use it, and what'd you think of it?
So I used it in between classes, walking around the school and at the gym a couple times actually. So what surprised me was the simplicity. Like I was expecting like this older type of tool for music to be a little more
For older people.
yeah, to be a little complex.
Yeah.
But it was kind of just press play and go. I mean, it was on my phone. There's something always popping up. On this, it's just the music on here.
Right.
So
So
I
it
feel
wasn't pulling you away from it?
Right.
Yeah.
Because on my phone, obviously, I'd be getting texts or Instagram, Snap, like something like that to take me away from the music and honestly make me take longer with whatever I'm doing. With this, it's just kind of you're listening to music. You're not getting distracted from it at all. So
Yeah. But there is definitely a trade-off, right? With a device like this, you're not going to have some things. So did that frustrate you using it?
there were times where I got a little frustrated. One of them was when I wanted to kind of switch to a song I just like kind of made up in my head that I wanted to listen
Yeah.
to.
Something you
And if
thought
I
you
hadn't
wanted
already
to
put
hear.
it on there, then I can't. I literally can't.
Good point.
So I would need to pull the laptop back out in the middle of the gym, which I'm not doing, and
Right.
load it back on. So I mean, that's the convenience streaming offers is you have every song right there for you.
All right, so let's talk about the sound because obviously this is an audio player, so that's really critical. What did you hear in your test using it?
I would say one negative is that it's not super bassy.
Okay, that's a negative for you, but we'll get to that in a minute. But go ahead.
So even after putting everything into the bass mode and the EQ settings, it's not overpowering. It's not terrible. It's not like, I mean, it's there. But it is really clean. It's warm. The vocals are where it really stands out.
Yeah.
I would say like acoustic, rock, singer-songwriter, everything like that. Mid-range is clearly a strength. You can pick out individual instruments, even not at super high volumes, which is impressive.
Yeah, especially at the price point.
Right.
So here's the thing about bass. We've talked about this in other videos as well, with headphones especially. I'd rather have the clean, more clear, accurate bass than kind of a false, bloated bass that might be pumped in like digitally. Now the bass mode is one of the EQ presets. It does bump it up a little bit, makes it a little fuller, but it's not overwhelming.
Right.
And so I actually was fine with that. So obviously at this price point, the soundstage is not going to be completely, full, or as immersive. But when you plug in headphones, you're going to get more of that. If you plug in through the balanced output, that improves quite a bit. More space, more power. Now, I'm going to talk about something here that if you are an audiophile watching us, which I'll probably kind of surprise. I think our watchers are not necessarily the audiophiles. There are other channels for that. For us, you really get like real use.
Right.
Like we're not the biggest experts in the world, but we'll give you what we really feel about a device. I'm going to say something that will upset the audiophiles. I use my AirPods 4, not Pros, AirPods 4 with this through Bluetooth, and it sounds fantastic. And as much as everyone's going to say wired, IEM, 4.4, just the AirPods 4, not even Pro, sounded great. I was super impressed by it. I think that was awesome. And we both tried the FIO EH11, which a little bit controversial because these were probably one of our highest rated things ever because of the sound and the price.
Right.
Nick is not a huge fan of the look,
Right.
but I love the tactile feel of the controls and the sound. What were these, like $30?
Yeah.
$30, Bluetooth, wireless, fantastic sound. There's other videos out there, and we'll link ours below for our review, that this is one of the best things we've ever purchased. They sound great together.
Right.
That's a great pair.
So do their own wired earbuds.
Right, those are FIO wired earbuds. These are pretty entry-level IEMs, but they sounded pretty good too. I actually preferred the AirPods though.
Yeah.
For the wired IEMs, gonna get
I
trouble.
can't even get them untangled.
There's gonna be some kind of comment there, isn't there?
Well,
Like
there
when
always
you,
is.
Well, one time you said if the AirPods Max were a 10.
Oh yeah, don't even.
We had like 10,000 comments. This is social media, not YouTube. But that he doesn't know what he's talking about. But anyway, different story. So we'll see how that goes.
It was like if the AirPods
Right,
are
if.
10. If. Keyword if.
Yeah.
Right. Not the AirPods are.
Everyone was
don't
like,
even-
Apple, how could you say that about
That's
Apple?
not a 10.
Yeah.
That's not 10. My $3 billion one-use earbuds are a 10. You're,
I don't know what those are, but that's
Yeah.
good. All right, but definitely check out the EH11s too. Highly recommend. If you don't like the orange, they also come with blue, and you can get other colors as well. I like the orange; it's the old school color, and it goes well with the
That's why we got it.
Yeah. So here's definitely what the Echo generally gets right. Number one is simplicity. You turn it on, you pick music, you listen. There's no algorithm jumping in. There's no, you might like this, check this out. You choose the album or the song and you listen. You're in control. Simplicity. Number two is the physical controls. Now, that's something I really appreciate. Love it on the EH11. Really like it on here. Muscle memory usage. You don't need to think about it that much. You can put it in your pocket. The only thing I will say, as much as this is a positive, the negative is it can be a little slow, especially if you're going through a huge catalog of music. If you're doing like 40 or 50 songs or something like that, it's going to be totally fine. You're not even going to notice it. But let's say you're loading this thing up with gigs. It's going to slow you down a little bit. I think it's better than the Echo Mini, but not as good as the Snowsky Disc. Number three, and this is a big one for me, is that a device like this changes how you listen to music. You stop skipping, you stop multitasking, you actually sit with the album the way, well, we used to. Maybe not him, but the way we used to. And I think a lot of people my age have forgotten what that feels like. And I think there's a lot of people your age who have never done it.
Right.
So it's really a unique experience, and it's not going to be forced. It's something a little bit more natural like it was when we bought a cassette or bought a CD. So it's really refreshing and something I highly recommend people try.
Let's be honest though about the limitations. So obviously no streaming. So if all your music lives in Spotify or Apple, the workflow feels like you're going backwards, like you're going back in time. You're losing a lot of the convenience that streaming gives you. There's no gapless playback right now. So if you're listening to a live album where tracks kind of sync in from the end of one song into the beginning of the next, there's going to be a little bit of a delay in between songs. That
might not be a deal breaker, but I will say we get a lot of questions about gapless playback into audio players. Some live albums, DJ mixes. It's kind of frustrating when you've got a DJ mix or a live set and then there's that break. All right, so you're a 20-year-old student. Real question would be, would you use this?
Not as my main thing. No, but for specific situations, yes. Sometimes I could take this to the gym, or if I'm studying, just situations where I don't absolutely need my phone, or if my phone's better off not with me, but I still want to listen to music, this could absolutely be a good tool to use. I would say a tool's the right word for it. It's for specific moments. I could definitely see myself using this.
Yeah. That's a good way to explain it. It's a different kind of tool. I like that. So we're going to try something a little new. We're going to start to rate everything on the 4 categories that we think are really important, which is value, design, usability, and just the real world function. So here's how the Echo scored. The Snowsky Echo is a buy from us. It's not trying to beat your phone. It's not trying to beat streaming. It's trying to give you back something you probably didn't realize you'd lost. And certainly for some of you, maybe have never experienced. The experience of actually listening to music without distractions. So we like it. We recommend it. I've been super impressed with the FIO brand and the Snowsky brand so far. Check out, we'll put a link to this in the description. It's an Amazon link. It's not always available on Amazon, kind of comes and goes with availability. It is available other places like AliExpress. I don't always recommend
Don't get
AliExpress.
scammed, but
be careful.
Yeah.
But we'll put the link for that. And we'll also put the link for the EH11 video. Check those out because this is one of the highest rated things I think we've ever reviewed, especially at the price point. So that's it.
subscribe right now. I'm not asking.
He's telling.
Yep.
I don't know if you can do that.
I can do whatever I want. It's our channel.
All right. We'll see you in the next one.
See ya.